In Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo, where a new military cooperation agreement has been signed between the DRC and Uganda. Now, the deal aims to intensify joint operations against the Allied Democratic Forces, or ADF, which is an armed group accused of massacring civilians in Northern Kivu and Ituri. The operation, codename Suja, renews a partnership that has yielded mixed results in the past. But critics say that the involvement of Uganda raises flags, especially in light of ongoing allegations that Kampala has backed the M23 rebel movement and another destabilizing force in the region. So will this new pact restore security or deepen mistrust in the region? Well, for an update from the ground, we're now joined by our Goma correspondent, Jimmy Shukrani. Jimmy, thanks so much for joining us. Welcome to the program.
Thank you so much, Peter.
So, Jimmy, what does this agreement between the DRC and Uganda actually involve? What are the key operational changes under Operation Suja?
Yes, you know, at a long time, the Operation Suja was just beginning since where the DRC had just entered in the East African community countries which are just located in Eastern. So the DRC and Ugandan leaders have just signed this agreement. It was in 2021 where the UPDF, the Ugandan People's Forces, UPDF, have just entered on the Congolese soil. So it was not very clear about the situation which is happening in Eastern DRC, because this operation could only take the part of the North Kivu. It means Beni, Lubero, and the city of Butembo, where they were looking some terrorists of ADF, which killed the people in that part of the North Kivu province. But according to the situation and according to the communique which the Congolese government have just sent to the in a press release, they said in order to put end to this terrorism, they must just sign an agreement which will take wherever way the ADF, the Allied Democratic Forces, which they have origin from Uganda, they are operating on the DRC's ground. So this maybe will help the DRC to put end to this terrorism. And according to the government of Congo, this maybe will help the people in Ituri. It means the Operation Suja will not have limit in the North Kivu, in the Beni, Lubero, and Butembo only, but they are going to go so far and take the control of the province of the Ituri. You know, Ituri also until now is controlled. Is under control by the Congolese army, and they took this decision just in order to help the Congolese army to fight against the Allied Democratic Forces, which are operating in that area of the eastern part of DRC.
Do we know what the situation is like on the ground at the moment in Beni and Ituri, particularly those areas still under the ADF control?
Yes, ADF don't control the whole province because, as I told you, ADF is controlling just a party. It's not at all to say maybe ADF is going to take a whole province. It's only in a national park, and they do something to enter in the city in Beni just to kill people. And this may be, it will be one of the agreement, the important agreement, because the Ugandan army, the UPDF know very well ADF, how much ADF is operating differently from the Congolese army, FARDC, who is just fighting against the terrorism, but they don't know very well the operating model of the ADF. So, sorry, this will help maybe the FARDC also to be in touch on this situation, because 3 or 4 and 5 years where ADF is operating in the eastern part of DRC without the intervention of the Ugandan army, it means there was something like a majority in operation. You know, since M23 have just begun operation in the eastern part of the DRC, the earlier democratic forces also have just begun, and it's a problem to the local population. But the Ugandan army also, in his communique after the assignment of this agreement, the Ugandan army, represented by General Muhoozi Kainerugaba, the chief commander of the UPDF, told to the press that this is the first agreement which they are signing, and he promised the Congolese authorities that they are going to put end to this terrorism, because earlier democratic forces ties its origin in Uganda, so they have to help their neighbor, the DRC, to put end to this terrorism in order to help people to recover peace and everlasting security.
What's the humanitarian situation on the ground in the region, particularly in Beni and Ituri, as we've been talking about?
Yes, Beni and Beni and Ituri are areas until now controlled by the government of Kinshasa, and the non-governmental organization sometimes they just try maybe to go there in order to help people who have fled from the Goma city, from Bukavu, from Masisi, Ruchuru, and other territories in North Kivu, because until now, Beni is the actually capital of the North Kivu province, and the provincial assembly, the whole provincial institutional, they take their office are in Beni. So the humanitarian situation is not so full, to accomplish the basic necessities of displaced people who are in Beni and Ituri, but maybe, and now they are recovering this humanitarian situation. They are finding help because there are MSF who is there. There are other organizations which try to help displaced who were fled from Goma to Beni and Ituri. So the humanitarian situation is trying maybe to be not criticizing, but in the way of being maybe ameliorating the situation, Peter.
And that's where we'll leave it. Jimmy, great talking to you. Thanks so much indeed for that update.
Thank you so much, Peter.
That's Jimmy Shukrani, who's our correspondent in the DRC, in the city of Goma, which is under the control of the M23 rebel movement at this time, talking to us about this ongoing cooperation between the DRC and Uganda. It's 7:30. It's time for your news headlines. Here's Jwalani Tulongwepe.
SABC News. Headlines. The African